Oh God. I just woke up and I can tell that I need to shower. A, the Postmodern Condition, a report on knowledge, Jean-Francois Loitard, commissioned by the Quebec government. I don't have a intellectual tradition to um, connect with in Western Canada, and I just look so stupid. In Western Canada, there is no um, intellectual labor being done. In Quebec, there definitely is, especially um, with the French-speaking universities, because, for example, UDEM, University de Montreal, they'll host academics from France. I watched a pornography video yesterday. It's called, it's by New Sensations, and then it's like vintage Mia Malkova full video. Go watch it. Um, if I had to study anyone in my philosophy degree, it would be Jean-Francois, because um, I can't tell you if he is a postmodernist, but what he has spoken about is already aligned with the work that I'm interested in. And in a way, I don't have a choice but to um, study him, to read him, because he had a book, and if I'm not mistaken, it's his most notable work, The Postmodern Condition, um, something on knowledge. I just said it at the beginning of this video because I was just looking at his wiki page, and it was commissioned by the Quebec government. That's the closest thing I'm gonna have to a lineage, and that's important to me. That's important to any academic, because we don't think in a bubble. We actually are associated to a school, and so like saying this, I'm going to analyze the porno that I watched yesterday. I barely watched it. I spent maybe 5 minutes. I actually skimmed it. I don't, under any circumstance, promote pornography. I think the entire industry should be shut down. It's a disgusting use of resources. Human trafficking plays a big role. Drug use. Porn stars die all the time from self-inflicted harm. Um, it's used as a pipeline into Hollywood. I know that there was one porn star who was featured in Euphoria, and I had never watched that TV series. Um, she's blonde. So the pornography begins in a sunny backyard in Los Angeles. Um, it's shot by this guy named Mike Adriano, who is like some like wealthy child to a Spanish family, and then he takes his money and instead of doing something productive with it, starts a porn video company, and he's gone bankrupt a few times. Blah blah blah. His dick's pretty big. It's made for pornography. Um, and he is associated to the Gonzo style of filmmaking. Mike just fucks really hot girls and really young girls, and that's a huge fantasy for men who consume pornography. The the porno begins with chatting up Mia Malkova, who at this time is about 20 years old, and she says that she just got a job. She had just been working at Sizzlers, and I have to assume that's a type of like restaurant chain. And they're talking, and you realize that she's not a porn star yet. This is exactly how like women in the real world act. She's To say that she's reserved would be wrong because she's not, but she's actually just like a human girl, not infiltrated by the camera and able to put on a fake performance. And so you see a really genuine side to her, and then eventually he starts getting a blowjob from her, and then he starts fucking her, and then he comes in her mouth, and the whole thing's this really beautiful, like, I don't know, 45 minutes, I think. And like something I have to speak to. So he was fucking her anally. I have had really good experiences with women in my life, and I don't have a disaffected relationship with women in general. When we talk about architecture, the theory behind it is so important because it affords a disaffected group of men, I guess, a type of intellectual, as a subcategory within like the just main group of students of architecture, an opportunity to talk about the externalizing experience of their psychology. And to me, when I think about architecture, everything is in service to a psychic end. I'm not religious whatsoever. The notion of God isn't one that I'm intimidated by. Like when I think about my home, and actually like my mattress is pretty big. It must be a queen. And like I've very sensibly toned my home to be very easy to maintain for me, and that it speaks to my lifestyle is a plus. There are books everywhere. I change the water of eucalyptus plants that I have. Doing my dishes is very easy. Like maintaining the kitchen is very easy. And at some level, like I want to, and I'll make this point, the whole point of my aesthetic is to very comfortably fuck my wife, to fuck my girlfriend. Like, so this guy was like, because yeah, I skimmed over it, so I don't know if I don't know if he penetrated her only anally or vaginally. But the thing is, this guy has like a huge anal fetish, and so I think at some point he like while fucking her vaginally, had his finger in her ass, and the like these are our hands. They're made to feel things, and they do a really good job of communicating to the brain that you're receiving therapy in the things that you do, and that's why working with your hands is so incredibly healthy. In my case, I think about doing pottery, and I'm just looking at a vessel right here that's kind of gorgeous. It was a gift to me, and it's full of eucalyptus, and like this computer, I don't even want to pull it out. It's so fucking ugly. So this is made of wood. These are Candy Lab toy vehicles, and then this is perfume incense by Paraphrase Perfumery. It's glass and it's wood, and these are healthy materials to touch. You don't want to be touching plastic if you're able to incorporate like a process that says, actually, if the purpose of my home life is to fuck my girlfriend, why would I allow plastic into my life when I'm already like doing, like, I might not have a blue collar job, but that doesn't mean I don't work with my hands, like eating my girlfriend out or fingering my girlfriend. This is working with your hands, and like the way the home can be designed can speak to matters of relationship. Everything's a relationship if you want it to be, but what I'm speaking to is the matter of trust. To me, trust is the most, like, oh, and then there you see something in that porno where she's holding like his hand, like truly like this, like it's not like pornography where it's like just like business, like they're holding their hand, and it's because she's a young woman. She hasn't been desensitized, or she hasn't been retaught how to like engage in like consensual lovemaking, um or not consensual, like professional guided lovemaking, and it's rather beautiful, and like it's hand to hand contact. It's very healthy in that way, um but the home is like, we talk about like how like in Western or in Canada homes are built using wood frame and then they only last 30 years, but that's actually complete bullshit. They could be made out of brick, and it could be an extension of your love towards your girlfriend and your wife, and like, and so like the radiation, the radiant element of like fucking your girlfriend, like can really be contextualized rather well in this video, because it's this young woman who's like, I bet she's like an excellent porn star, like famous, in her, a famous porn star, and you see young woman qualities in her that are attractive in real life, like the young women that I'm attracted to most um are intelligent. I've never been more turned on than talking to smart women, and I can tell you without a shadow of a doubt, there's two women I had met rather recently, in the last 6 months. Their defining qualities were their intellect, and it's like it's disgustingly erotic. It's a matter of, it's like trust, the erotic version of trust, um, where it's like you want to put in physical work into, like you want to put in work into the relationship, and then work extends out, like, and then like, okay, so you want to put work into a relationship, you would not, you either internalize your like religious views or you externalize them, and if you externalize them, you're going to become a student of architecture. And like, okay, and I'm just going to pivot a bit because this has been on my mind. um I'm pretty sure at some point he started fucking her in her ass, or just anally. I don't even know. Do I speak crude? Do I speak rather um, like academically, which I don't even know what that means because I feel like I'm doing just that. Um, there's this like really incredible, like I'm really taken aback by how pleasurable the human experience is. I know we talk about trauma and like war and the such, but like legitimately speaking, I am wired to um, learn and solve problems. And solving problems is a hand-to-hand experience. Like it's that physical, um, it's that commitment to like solve problems physically. So like you better take that seriously, and then just learning. So there's so much pleasure in day-to-day life, but then there's something really, like when you're fucking a girl from the back and you get to watch her body and her ass, and even when you're fucking her anally, like that's a really good opportunity to talk about the use case of the home environment, because that might actually be like, when you talk about like the foundation of a home, like the building material of a home, the stability, it's to live your life. And it's that you live your life in a, like you live your life with your wife in a way that like serves like the highest levels of trust in your relationship. And that's just like in part just straight up fucking her raw and hard. And there's just something so pleasurable about like fucking her anally that like speaks to that. And uh, this was a postmodern dialogue. There's no doubt about it.